Good afternoon, every two of you. How is everybody? Welcome. Hey, what's up, Rod? Yeah, get out of here. What's up, Robin? Nice to see you. I started a few minutes early just to try to get that timer going on the YouTube live thing where they, that first 20 minutes where they're freaking inspecting me. Um, yeah, how's everybody doing? Nice to see you, Rod. Another fine Sunday, a nice day off. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody is enjoying their weekend. Nice, nice. Yeah, there's always cool mushrooms out in the wild. You just never know what they're gonna be. You gotta use that iNaturalist or whatever those different IDing programs are. I don't do much. I find some like little yellow caps in my yard once in a while after it rains. They're nothing special. They're just like I think they're called like mowing mushrooms or something like that, like grass cutting mushrooms. They're like something that shows up after you cut the grass or after it rains. It's weird. I don't mind. I tried cloning one. It turned into a pile of bacteria, so I just said the hell with it. No big deal. What's up, B? What's going on? Little Roy, nice to see you. So, how's everybody doing? Anybody doing anything interesting this weekend? Have anything fun going on? Not a lot going on here. Just living life. Lighting's a little different today. I lost one of my lights behind my tent last week, and I just didn't go get it and charge it on time. So I got one running, and it's charging as it's running. So I don't know how long it's gonna last. Hopefully, it just keeps running. I don't know. It's in a weird. It's like right up here on top of my thing, so it's a little weird for the lighting. What's up, midlife? So let's see. Oh, I got the final tally on that dehydrated clay I was dehydrating from that monster bag I made. I took all the clay models and I put them in this dehydrator to dry them down to see how much moisture's in the clay. So it ended up being 90 grams of dry freaking monsters. Look at those things. Those things are huge. And this is including the other bag that I had last week. So the two bag rows I had ended up being 1,200 grams fresh. Ended up being 90.1 or 91. I can't remember the exact number. But yeah, the clay dried out really nicely, so I'm gonna play with those later, see what I can make with them. But yeah, yep. And also the break and shakes I did live last Sunday. They I just looked at them for the first time. They're a solid ball of white popcorn, perfectly done, ready to go. I'm gonna put these into that Twisted Tree Nursery dino soil later. That's one of them. This is the other one. It's got a couple little tiny like one grain there. I mean, but it's good. It's good to go. It smells awesome. The one that didn't want to grow went bacterial. It's just not growing. Wasn't not good at the same time. It's still just corn, and it's got a nasty like fish chowder smell. Like, have you ever had fish chowder with corn? Has that? No. Kind of almost cinnamon bready. It's not right. It's garbage. But I'm gonna redo some corn into some jars of oats. Redo some ghost into some jars of corn, jars of wheat berries. So yeah, I got a bunch of new cultures coming. I decided to do things a little not different. I'm still gonna grow my cubes and stuff like that, and clay model them and all that stuff for everybody to see what they look like after they're done, so I don't show actual fruit, and stuff. Let me get some things out of the way. This is a harm reduction performance. Nothing on here is real. Everything is about personal life experience and just I'm not selling nothing. I'm not growing nothing illegal. It's all pretend. I'm just doing it to make people happy and teach them how to pretend to do things too. So yeah, YouTube, go away. I got to figure out how to get a printout on the screen that says the right disclaimer because I don't know how to do it. And StreamYard makes it difficult unless you want to pay their like $60 a month, and I'm not going to do that because I can't afford it. But yeah. I got volunteer yellow oyster coming around my vegetable garden. Nice, nice. Good job, little Roy. Yeah, I'm not. I'm just starting to learn about the gourmet side. I know how to grow them, of course. I've done it, but I'm kind of trying to get into this uh like kind of farmers market, a few chef thing, just get some gourmets going for a few people. I want to start off with a lion's mane, a couple of different strains I have coming, um, a Pia Pinot, legitimately, and a oyster. So I got a few of those coming. I got a new humidifier coming. So I'm going to go into a little bit of a different side of things as well to try to get some money coming in to grow bigger. I'm looking for kind of like a spot, like a rental or something like a 12 by 20 garage or even warehouse space. What's really messed up is you see all these empty warehouses and they want thousands and thousands of dollars to rent this warehouse space, but they'd rather see it go empty than rent a little corner of it or a small office space to someone at a low price, help them get going. And then, maybe in the future it'll become a bigger thing, which a lot of times happens with businesses. They start off small, they get bigger and bigger and bigger. They need more and more space. They rent more and more. But they'd rather sit these things and let them sit vacant. There's nobody in them, nobody maintaining them. They got to go do it themselves. You have somebody in there, they can tell you if there's a problem in their building. They can do all kinds of stuff. Um, so I'm trying to find somebody that's maybe even somebody that needs a little fruit locally that wants to trade or at least give a discounted rate on a garage or a space. All I need is electricity. I can take care of all the rest myself. If I have electricity or if I can even pay my own electricity, it doesn't matter. And a low rent, I'm talking like, I'm only looking at like 200 square feet, 300 square feet, just a corner of a building that I can put a couple 4x8 tents and maybe an 8x8 and a 4x8, just a couple things to put a little lab in there. I got all the equipment, got all the supplies. So that's not an issue. I don't need to buy any equipment. I just need to find someplace I can rent at a reasonable price. So that's my goal. And I'm looking into microgreens. I'm going to start growing some broccoli microgreens, pea microgreens, radish microgreens, and possibly black oil sunflower seed microgreens. So I'm thinking making little trays or making big trays and cutting them. I don't know how it's going to work, but a few of you saw the caption for this video. That's kind of like the idea. I want to have these different, just like little like sample cups of mushrooms and microgreens. You can buy them. You can make a salad, or I can sell them to chefs. They can use the microgreens as like either ingredients or garnish or whatever. So it's an interesting thing I'm looking into. 'Cause, we all need to have money and jobs and stuff like that to survive. But this gas station gig is getting old. I like it. I enjoy meeting new people, but there's some things that's just tough to deal with. And anybody that's been in that industry knows it's just, you're a clerk. You're just dealing with people, and sometimes that's tough. Hey, what's up, Sandy? James? I missed some comments here. Shit. Let's see. Golden oysters. Invasive. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with them. So, anyways, yeah. So I ordered some. I ordered a bunch of new things. I got kind of crazy. I'm saving money, so I have extra, and it's like, okay, I need this dollar or this $50 thing, and ooh, I can buy this $50 thing, and all of a sudden you're down $300. It's like, don't do that. Shut up. Stop playing on Amazon. Not Amazon, but stop playing on the internet. What's up, James? What's up, Gyro? But yeah. So it's been an interesting week. It was a big accident at the gas station Friday. Motorcycle came around a corner, 80 plus miles an hour, lost control, slammed into a parked pickup truck, and pushed the pickup truck 50 feet, and it was parked. So that has to break the whatever. It didn't skid. It broke the parts in the truck, and it went up 50 feet. Bunch of people went crazy. I think the guy died. I'm not sure. They pretty much said he did. Yeah, he did. But yeah, so it was a pretty rough accident. Yeah, no, I don't feel like talking about that. So, anyways, yeah, so everyone was questioning that yesterday at work. Like this, what happened? I was like, okay, I watched it, checked online, read everything, did everything, looked at everything. It was crazy. They had the police tape up. They had closed the store and all that stuff. So, but I mean, you see a motorcycle crash into a car like that and move it. Could you imagine if the motorcycle didn't skid and it went like, if he high sided or something, and the motorcycle got airborne, it could have went through the windows, could have killed a bunch of people. People are stupid. If you're gonna speed and do crazy shit, do it on a back road in the middle of the woods where there's no houses, no kids, or no nothing. Only person you're gonna hurt is yourself. I used to ride a motorcycle, and I know that, um, all too well. There was a couple roads I would go fast on, and they were like a mile straight, double lane highway with no entrances or exits, no other cars on the road. You'd just be all alone for like 2 miles. No other side of the road either. It was like woods on each side. It was like a separate highway. It was like, so you'd have one spot to go play. Hey, what's up, Derek? How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, so that happened, and everybody's talking about that, and it happens. Let's see what is going on. Oh, I got my schedule fixed at work, so I should be able to get the rest I need for my back and neck and legs and stuff. So I'm working like Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday. That's all I wanted. I originally only wanted 16 to 20 hours. It was just a part-time gig to give myself some extra mycology money, and so basically, I work Tuesday, Wednesday. I got 2 days off. Then I work Saturday and got 2 days off. So I got 2 weekends. So that's cool. But yeah, let's see. Finally got some real bark from the original source. I wanted to get it from Exotic Earth Seeds. Absolutely amazing product quality. They started selling the bark again. It's not powder, so I'm gonna either have to do a longer acid soak on the bark like you would do with acacia bark, to extract the gooey goodness out of that. So that's going to be fun. Because the powder I got off eBay, it was working, but I wasn't getting the results I wanted. The results I would see from other people getting the nice snow effect on the bottom of the trays after the ice precipitation. So I got some high quality stuff. It's beautiful. So I can't wait to do that. That's going to be coming up now that I got time off in between, working. Now, I was sick for about a week, and then my shoulder's been really still bothering me. I got a cortisone shot, so that helped a little bit, but there's still some other parts in the muscle up here, so it's getting better. So that's going to be fun. What's that, Gyro? Have 2 shoe boxes full calling. Why'd you put a casing layer on? I'm just out of curiosity. Did you put a true casing? Was it like not peat moss, or was it just a cocoa core CVG casing on top? Because month and a half since you started it, month and a half since you cased it. I mean, I got a bag in there that's been going 2 months and there's nothing yet. I mean, I had a bag that was a month and a half and produced these all of a sudden in 1 week. It just happens sometimes. Cocoa core. Okay, how thick? Like 1/4 inch to. Was it a true casing or was it a pseudo casing as you spawned it to bulk? There's a lot of details in that question that can make a big difference. So temperature sounds good. How's the true casing? Okay, so I mean, there can be a lot of factors. What's your humidity level? Is it a sealed box? There's tons of stuff. I mean, you might just have to have patience. Sometimes genetics just don't fruit. Sometimes it happens. I got one in there. Here, I'll get you for an example. Let me get it real quick. Now, this cake was not this dehydrated when it stalled, but this is from 228, and it just did nothing. It just stalled. It just didn't do shit. It's perfect. I mean, it's just a cake now, but it didn't fruit, didn't do nothing. It just fully colonized. It even pinned, and then just died. I got to throw it away. I just left it in there, so it wasn't hanging around. That happens to everybody. And this had plenty of moisture. Oh shit! Hold on. What did I hit? And then this one here is doing the same thing, kind of. Let's see. Yeah, it's just stalled. It does that. This one here, I still don't. I'm gonna soak this one later because it dried out a little bit. But it does happen. That's why I don't put everything in one basket. You buy a couple different genetics. You buy a couple different shoe boxes, where you do a few things. Fresh air, as long as you got a little bit of air moving over it. Fanning it occasionally. Humidity's good. If you got moisture on the edges inside your shoe boxes and everything looks good, you just need time. Are there little white hyphae coming up through the casing layer? Sometimes maybe the casing layer just stalled it a little bit because it cut down and added CO2. Yeah, those are basically, they're cubes. I don't know. Everybody's situation, environment's different. You might want to just try, something different. Do you have the lids still on the shoe boxes? Things happen. Maybe it doesn't like the new grow medium. Maybe it doesn't like the new grain. It just, every situation is different. And I had 3 bags going. One of them didn't fruit. Just out of 3, one didn't want fruit. So you took them out of the shoe boxes, or you put the shoe box in the monotub, whatever. Okay, so you probably got the moisture inside the monotub. Monotub's moist. Do you have modifications on the monotub with the holes for the CO2 gas exchange and all that? Okay, yeah. So you got a shoe box in the monotub. Yeah, maybe you just need time. It could be another couple weeks. You never know. The true casing on a Golden Teacher and a PE is unnecessary. I've never done it on purpose like that for those strains. I've done it on other strains. I used the pseudo casing many times. True casing is kind of trying to make a microclimate that you don't need. Give it time, see what happens. Give it a couple weeks. If it doesn't work, try again. That's the great thing about this. We can always do it again. Yeah. Buy a couple other syringes or something. Maybe you gotta try different genetics or a different source for your genetics. But there's no easy, okay, you got to do this answer, because there could be 100 different things. It could be a bunch of them. It could be several different ones. But so sorry. I mean, I wish there was a okay, do this answer, but there's really not when you're growing things. Some things, like if you see leaves on a plant turning this or that, you might need nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, phosphorus, whatever. You might need certain things. That's a lot different. I don't know how wet your cakes are. I mean, I'm actually finding that I need more moisture in my cakes now. They grow bigger fruit and they grow better. So my field capacity versus your field capacity on CVG, when you see somebody do field capacity tests and they take a handful and they squeeze it, how much pressure are they putting on it? Because I know myself, I squeeze something, it's going to be a lot harder than that person, or it's going to be a lot weaker than that person. So I'm thinking that a little bit of a stream of water coming out is actually a little better. So if the shoebox lids are off and the tub is it's got moisture in it, and it should be acclimating to that climate. It should be at whatever it can be. If there's like standing water, that's bad. Whoa, Jay, what's up, Jay? Haven't seen you in a while. How you been? But Jay knows a lot about shoeboxes and monotubs. Talk to him. Matic Trailer. He's actually good with that. He does tons of them. I don't know if he's doing it right now, but he's the shoebox guy. There's the shoebox and a monotub guy. Oh god. Yeah, that's he's got his own YouTube channel. Jay, you would have loved these fruits I had. I gotta show you one of them. Dried. I had to cut it in half. It was 236 grams. It was friggin' amazing. I would have friggin' 2 gallons of block bag full, 90 grams dry. Oh, it was amazing. I did some great clay modeling on that one. That's the new thing. I do clay modeling. Nothing's real. Everything's fake. But yeah. So yeah, Magic Trailer. Are you all done for the season, Jay? I know you said you were taking a break. Oh, let me see something here. Oh, Native American. Oh. So yeah, yeah. Oh, I got that. I know I keep talking about the dino soil from Twisted Tree. I'll show you guys how beautiful this freaking CVG looks. That's freaking amazing. Comes in the XLS fruiting bag with the big 5-micron filter. Perfect bag. So I'm gonna put 1.5 pounds of grain into one of these to do a 2-to-1. These are 3-pound bags. So I'm gonna do the popcorn that I made here and inoculated into here after. So I'm gonna do 2 of them, and I'm gonna just seal them up and see how they grow. I got 5 bags of that Twisted Tree dino soil. Oh yeah, the gnats. Yeah. Okay. Well, you're out in the woods a lot too, hunting and all that. So you probably see a lot of different bugs and stuff than most people do, or when you're out in the woods and stuff. How are the pups? Are they doing good? I know I haven't seen your videos in a while, so I was like, oh, I wonder how Jay's pups are doing. It must be nice. Hunting season is over, so it's fishing season. So you must have them out on the water. But anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna make those after. I was gonna do them live, but I couldn't figure out how to do the camera angles on this laptop because I'm using the webcam, so I'd have to like pick up the laptop and hold it, and I don't want to do that. Yeah, I just didn't want to do that. So I'm gonna probably make a video with my phone tomorrow, spawning those, or put it up tomorrow. I'm gonna make it later and put it up on the internet tomorrow. What's up, Mark? Yeah, Robin, I've been hearing about it since I first started 2 years ago. Everybody was talking about dinosaur, Twisted Tree, da 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 da. I wanted to try it, but it was kind of pricey. It's not the cheapest thing. Sorry, it's not the cheapest thing. I bought 5 bags, five 3-pound bags. So those will go a long way because I got some. I'm gonna be doing some pan runs real quick. Well, not real quick. It's gonna take a week to get the LC. It's gonna take a week or 2 to get the grains inoculated and colonized. And I got a dehumidifier coming because I'm gonna do 2 or 3 trays of TTBVI, and then I got another one, TTBVI, and I got them from Jeff. You know who Jeff is. Jeff over at Fungus Frequency. I got a couple. I ordered a plate of TTBVI and an LC of another one. Can't remember the name. It's just a pan cyan. So I'm gonna run a couple of trays of each. But I think I want to try using the dinosaur so I don't have to get poo or any of that stuff in there. And then I got a beautiful. I was actually kind of pissed about this. I went online. I'm looking for a humidifier. I was looking at the House of Hydro humidification ultrasonic things, and they're like $100 for a head of 3, and then I'd still have to build the thing. So it was $100 for the freaking, or $99 for the ultrasonic head, the 3-piece head. Then I need to get a bucket of some sort. I need to get a fan. I need to get the piping. I need to get the control. I was looking at $300 to build one. I found a VivaSun, 1.5 with the tube, and it has the remote sensor for like $59. So I ordered that, and then I was pissed because as soon as I ordered it, I went over on the IG, and all of a sudden I had all these advertisements for freaking VivaSun. It's like, these freaking people on IG and Meta and all these things, they take all your information and they instantly share it. Like, here, you need to buy more. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. Pisses me off. No. No. Oh, I ordered a new syringe, a new LC of it, actually, because I never got it to grow. I tried that one that I had, didn't grow. So I ordered one, actually, believe it or not, because I've never grown that one, and I wanted to grow it. I was actually thinking of you when I ordered it. I saw JMF. I was like, oh, yeah, I should order JMF. So I'm going to try JMF. I got 3 or 4 gourmets, JMF. I don't think I ordered any more actives. I got plenty. I got like 6 I'm working with right now, and I'm going to cross them, stuff like that when they grow. But yeah, so I kind of phased out all my old cultures because pretty much they've all been grown so many times by so many people, and I'm not growing stuff for quantity to get rid of. I'm just growing it because I enjoy it. Fungus Frequency, Rodman. Fungus Frequency, Jeff. Jeff. You talk about him all the time. Jeff who? You know who Jeff is. I think that's his name. Jeff, Fungus Frequency. This one here was called DC Max. Dave Wombat made this one. This LC. It was DC Max times Mexicana or something like that. And I wanted to grow it because I like the looks of his fruit. They're big, they're tall, and I put a couple bags together about a month and a half. Or I started growing a couple months ago, and then I made a couple bags, and I made bags because I wanted to try them for a change. Because I was having issues, like I said, I bought a humidifier. I was having humidity issues because my work schedule, this and that. I wasn't filling it enough, and I didn't want to freaking hook it up to a water line, so it was just a pain in the ass. So I lost my thought. So yeah, I wanted to grow it, and I put a bag in there, and I put the bags in there on like the beginning of April, and they just colonized. Okay, and then they just sat there, and I just okay, whatever. So one day I went in and I just put a little slit under the filter pad because I realized that I had them in 0.2 micron filter bags, so I put slits under them. And then I went back. I got sick, and it was like a week later, and I went in there, and one of the bags was completely stuffed. Oh yeah, you were being stupid, Jeff. Oh, just great. Anyways, so the bag was completely stuffed, and they were long, skinny. They looked exactly like the picture. So I took them, I harvested them, and dried them, and whatever. And then there was another bag that had nothing in it. And like 3 days later, I see one little, well, not one little, it was probably like an 1.5 inch pin on the side. Oh, okay. So it's going to throw a couple fruits. I figured it just had some issue and it didn't want to throw a lot like the other one did. I went back a week later after being sick, and I saw these last Sunday, I think it was. Yeah, I showed you guys last Sunday. This is all within this week. Last Sunday, I showed you there was one. There was like a baseball, like probably about like that big around, and it was And then I went back a few days later, and by Wednesday, the thing had freaking gone from like maybe 70 grams to like 230 gram size. It was a freaking monster. It was huge. But yeah. But so that was fun. What's up, Don? But yeah. So I harvested those, and it was like 1,200 gram total wet weight from both bags. Now that's pretty good. I usually harvest between 200 to 500 from my shoe boxes if they're not monsters, if they're just regular fruit. So that was fun. But yeah, so I got these two growing. This is Mad Hatter and Shakti Bombs from Mucelium Labs. So this is going to be fun. This one here is the Mad Hatter. So it's going to be a fun one. It's all solid. It's like a nice big rock. Like you saw last week, I did the break and shake. So that's what happens. You saw those few grains last week, if you were here, that had not colonized, like maybe a quarter of the bag. Broke it up, shook it, colonized it was colonized a couple days ago. But I also did a break and shake on this one, which didn't colonize. This was the ghost I got. It's not the culture. It was something with my corn. I got plenty more. I'm going to grow another one. Like I said, I'm going to throw it on some whole oat berries. Yeah, whole wheat berries and some popcorn jars I got. Oh yeah, these bags are freaking awesome looking. I mean, these strains are, I mean, these I inoculated on 4/21. This was inoculated within 3 weeks, and it's had a break and shake, and it's completely solid. So 4/21 to today. I should have fruits by mid-June. I don't know. Could be end of May. I don't know. They grow fast sometimes. But yeah, those strains are strong. They're very vigorous. So we'll see how those go. They should go fine. I can't wait to try them on the Twisted Tree. So it's going to be a 2-to-1. I'm going a lot more grain in my spawn. No, a lot more spawn in my grain. No. A lot more spawn in my core or my substrate. Usually I do about a 4-to-1, 5-to-1. But after seeing those monsters come out of that one, I kind of enjoy seeing those big ass fruits. I don't know what you would do with a 20-gram fruit. I mean, you'd have to grind it up and portion it, but it's cool. But yeah, so yeah, that's gonna be fun. And I'm gonna re-inoculate, like I said, some ghosts. And I got 2 or 3 other LCs at the same time, but I'm not gonna run them right now. I'm just gonna put them in the fridge or leave them in the box right over there. I don't think it's gonna make a difference if I throw them in the fridge or not. It's just gonna make them cold. Maybe if I'm gonna save them for like 6 months or a year, but it's only gonna be a month or 2, so they should be fine. God's Potion. What's that, Mike? All right, what's that, Jay? God's potion. What's that? You making something new? Haven't heard of that one. Or is that just a fruit name? Because I was thinking, this is my new plan. Why I'm growing pans? Because I want to get a high percentage, low fruit size to make candies with and stuff like that for people that want some. Yeah, it's not tricky, Rod. It's not tricky. It's easy. Just get a LC, put it in some grain, throw it in some core. Wait, pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much basics. I mean, that's the basic. Keep it simple, stupid. Get a jar of grain. You know, like this. I mean, I've literally been showing this on camera for like 2 months now. Like before my suspension. This is back from like probably February when I made these jars, and these are still perfectly hydrated. You can still see the little sticky there. They're sticking because they're a little moist, and there's no contamination, and they've just been sitting right here next to my computer. Here's the corn that I did. Well, this corn has vermiculite in it. I did this 6 months ago, and it's just been sitting in these jars. No contam, perfectly sterile. And I have a whole shelf of them. Like I got like 10 jars up there. Oh yeah. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm using the pans. They have a lot more alkaloid content. They're stronger, supposedly. So when you make chocolate, you mix in this powder, and sometimes you can get these chunks in there, and you can get the taste. So I'm thinking, I'm not the only one that's ever thought of this. I realized that I should probably just grow some pans. You know, instead of putting 4 grams in a bar, put 1.5 or 2 grams in a bar, get the same results, stronger reaction, and have fun. So yeah, I'm probably gonna make like little Hershey Kisses that are like equal to like a gram and a half of cubes. Those will be kind of cool. Have those as gifts and stuff for people, or when I'm bored, I can just eat one. I like chocolate. But yeah, so that's one plan. Cool. Oh yeah, I love watching. We got a guy in here, Mark. He plays guitar. Awesome player. Oh, okay, the Al Jetty. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, cool. You need a jump start. Yeah, here, take a gram of pans as a jump start for your day. It's funny because I was literally thinking of that, and then I saw Ed this morning. Well, at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. I don't remember. It was late, and he was talking about them. Actually, I asked him a question because I kept. He was talking about them. I'm like, do they always dry so small? Because I wanted to make sure because I didn't want to end up having a lot of mass because they always dried really small and like you take one little thing and it ends up looking like a piece of thread on a little like wafer, which is fine. But I'm trying to figure out what how much mass I need. You know, say I would use 4 grams of dried cube, I'd probably go with 1 gram of dried pan, but I don't know how, we'll figure it out. It's going to have a lot of research and development, and testing and trials and errors, and it's going to be a fun day or week. Yeah, that'll be fun. But yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. So lots of fun. I think I said this last week. I got my eye surgery scheduled, so I'm going to finally get the cataracts out on the 11th of June and the 25th of June. So I might be missing a week or two there, guys. Or I might just be blind in one eye and have an eye patch on. I'll be like Alan the Pirate. So that'll be fun. We'll have our Myco Pirate. Actually, I can pretend to be fun guy. I can pretend to be Paul. I can put the wig on and hat and everything. I can pretend to be him with one eye patch. Did you guys catch his Remus video? The inoculation thing. I love the peristaltic pump idea. I've seen a few people that have posted videos a while back, like over a year ago, where they were using a peristaltic pump to make agar plates, which I thought was a brilliant idea. But once I saw him with the little trigger mechanism, I thought that's even better because you could have a big like gallon jar of freaking agar mix ready, have your plates, and you just and that'd be awesome. So I'm looking into that again. Nice. I'm glad Woody and Momo are going and having fun on the boat. Let them go swimming. Those boys need to have some fun. But yeah, so that video was kind of inspiring. I got kind of excited when I saw him post it because I didn't know he was doing that, and I looked into it before. And again, like he was saying in the video, the peristaltic pumps are freaking expensive. Even a good used, decent, or not, I don't even know how decent it is. A used one's $500. So I wasn't about to buy a pump to make my twisting of agar bottles easier. But I saw the heads he used, the clip down on the hose. I've seen those heads on different websites and or Amazon and whatever when I was looking, and I couldn't figure out the motor mechanism. I still can't figure out what he was talking about. He's got to be an electrical engineer or something to know all that knowledge about the PC or PWMs and freaking signals and the kilohertz and all that. He's actually very smart. I'm actually very interested in talking to him one of these days about all that stuff because that guy's got some skills. I mean, he knows things like soldering, welding, and all that stuff all at the same time. I know a lot of those things too, but it doesn't come up. And it's amazing. It's good to see someone else in the community that does that DIY spirit from like scratch. I mean, the way he built that little phaser trigger thing, that was so cool. Hey, what's up, Michael Nerd? Yep, it was freaking cool. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check out Fungaia, Fungaia on YouTube. It's called the video is something Remus Rapid and not I can't remember what his acronym stood for. Basically, he used a pump to make LC squirt like an injector into LC for grain bags. But there's other things you could do with that system. That and like he was showing how he was using it to fill LC bags, and he had a manual version. So there was some pretty cool stuff there. I don't know if you guys caught all of it, but there was a lot of really, really, really good information in there from tons of different subjects and applications. You could use several things he did in that video to do 100 different things. It was a great video. Shout out to him. 100% loved the video. I was in the chat all the time sitting there. Oh, are you going to talk about how you get the LC back? How you feel? And he's like, it's coming. I'm like a little freaking hip groupie. Oh, cool. Let's see. But yeah, it's fun to see videos like that, guys. I got some ideas of videos I want to make too. They're fun. But yeah, we'll figure it out. It's gonna come. I think we need to figure out our platforms and all our censorship issues first, which there's a lot of them. And like I posted a video, and a lot of you guys saw it on Instagram that follow me. I posted a video and everybody's commenting. It went out to like 150 people. Like, and I looked it said view insights. And I'm looking at the insights of all these videos. And I looked at this one, it said views. It says followers, 140, non-followers, 0. I'm looking at all my videos. All of a sudden I'm saying they're not even showing this to other people. So what's the freaking, I know the point, but why would you not show videos to people when they just are on the internet looking? I mean, just throw them out there. And so basically, I guess that's probably what shadow banning is. But yeah, yeah, they do. They grow everywhere. Wood lover what? Wood lover Benzies, wood lover gourmets, wood lovers is a very big subject. I don't know, Derek. I was tripping one night and I just started messing with system settings on a lot of things on my phone and my iPad, and I think I got to reset everything. I was going in there and I was watching things and I was like, you know what? I'm so sick and tired of these people having all my information, and you enter your phone number somewhere and then all of a sudden you're getting phone calls the next day from 100 people. So I went in and changed all my privacy settings and all this stuff. I don't know if I don't think my Instagram is private because I do have other videos that are getting non-follower views. So like stuff I post, like that little statement I made with the picture of Buddy yesterday, that got non-follower views. So I'm not sure what's triggering what to get no views from other people. I mean, even just scrolling through, you see other people's videos. Is that not a view, or do you have to click on it to be a view? I don't know. I don't believe. I don't know. I'm in Massachusetts. I have never looked that up, to be honest with you, Michael Oja. I don't know. I don't get out. I've only been doing this for a couple of years. I think I had a knack for picking up the information from lots of different people and processing it. So sometimes people ask me my advice and I try to help them. Um, I try to stay away from things that I've found false or I hear that are false. But yeah, I do what I can. Um, it's the bot. Is that what that is? Bot? But I have seen lion's mane growing naturally. I was driving, I don't know, about a week ago, 2 weeks, no, a few weeks ago. And it was just at the start of the season where it was warming up and it was a moist day. And I looked over and I saw trees like falling down, like dead oak trees, dead stuff like this that fell there in the storms and stuff. And then I did see a lion's mane growing. I see, what's that stuff? The ones that grow outside the edge of a tree. They're freaking, I can't remember the name, but yeah. So I've seen those. I know there's mushrooms that grow everywhere, but I don't do many foraging stuff or forays or whatever you call them nowadays. I've never done it, actually. I've never gone out in the woods looking for mushrooms. I have gone around the woods around my house looking for like morels and stuff. Morels. I can't find morels anywhere around here. Just kidding. But yeah. So yeah, that's sorry, I'm not experienced enough to give any recommendations on hunting for mushrooms in the wild. There go nerd. What's up? Let's see. Yeah, I was just talking about. I can't wait to try. I think I ordered pearl oysters, or it wasn't black pearl. I think it was pearl oysters, or yellow oyster. It was a really basic oyster, really high flavor. I read a description. I don't honestly. I don't eat mushrooms. Maybe on a pizza once in a while, but not like I'm not like, oh, that mushroom tastes great. I have no idea what a good mushroom should taste like. Um, when I was young and I cooked and stuff like that at different restaurants, we didn't use them a lot. I worked at a turkey restaurant and a catering place, so it wasn't like, hey, take it easy, Mark. Uh, nice. I'm glad they're taking off. Yeah, I've always had an issue. I was young, and my grandmother, God rest her soul, Meme, she used to feed us grandkids different. We would try different things. One day she gave me an oyster to try, and I thought that tasted like a booger on a freaking rock. So I never have eaten oysters or clams since then, except for fried clams sometimes. Um, and then there was another time where she served mushrooms, and I was eating it, and it literally gave me the impression of chewing on my ear. I don't know. You feel your ear. That kind of felt like what it felt like. So I've never enjoyed mushrooms since then. Um, I've used mushroom sauces. That's a little different. There was no fruit. There was no fruit in there. Um, I don't even eat cubes. I make lemon tech, or I make chocolate, or I mix them into tea. I don't. I ate raw cubes probably 2005, maybe earlier than that, 99 to 2005. Um, that was probably the last time I actually ate a dry cube. I've eaten raw ones just on camera, but uh, eating mushrooms I don't like, but I have a couple chefs that are interested. Well, I have a couple restaurant owners that have chefs that would be interested in possibly lion's mane and other mushrooms. That's what's kind of piquing my interest, is trying to start up a gourmet system, like a setup where like it has a weekly rotation of good new fruit. Um, been watching a lot of Mike over at Mushroom Mesa. He's got a lot of good information. Guy's crazy. I love that guy. Uh, So yeah, I've been watching all these different things. I have so many ideas. I just don't have the open space. I need a space. A 20 by 40 freaking garage would give me all the space I need to do everything I want to do. Right now, and then eventually I'd need a freaking 4,000 square foot warehouse. But for right now, I just need a space. I looked at a trailer, but that would have been great for like a lab office video setup, but it wouldn't have given me enough room to grow 4 weeks. Like, because basically, from what I'm gathering, you need to have a cycle for gourmets. You have to have a constant weekly, flush. So you have to have your grain, which is normal to have. Then you have to have your first week, your second week, your third week, your fourth week, just to have your monthly rotation. So every week you're going to be making new inoculations and harvesting new inoculations. So you need space to say you're going to run 10 bags every week of each. So you need to have 2 or 3 strains. That's 30 bags. So you got to have 30, 60, 90, 120 bags. You're going to need 20 or 40 feet of freaking shelf space just to do a small thing for like maybe 10 pounds a week. It's kind of overkill in your head. And that was kind of like one of the posts I had earlier yesterday when I was talking about when you're an addict or you're in crisis or you're in addiction or whatever, you just do shit and you don't worry about it. You just do it, and then all of a sudden when you get clean and sober, it's like every little thing is this because you want to do it right. You don't want to cut corners. Okay, I can't go just break into a warehouse and start growing shit like I would go, get something to get addicted. So the tribulation, the trials and tribulations of trying to figure this shit out in your head is dizzying at times. It's like, okay, I got to do this, and this, and it's just it's difficult to get in that right headspace to know where you got to start. So I'm getting the stuff together to do my test runs, and hopefully test runs don't fizzle out. They might. In my history, they probably will. But maybe I'll get some good mushrooms out of it. I think my dad likes mushrooms. Maybe I'll try giving him mushrooms, seeing if he'll like them. Gourmet mushrooms, real actual gourmet mushrooms, not the code word gourmet mushrooms that we talk about on here. But yeah, so that would be kind of interesting. And then the microgreens, I think those are so cool. I like broccoli and I like that stuff, but I don't like chewing on big vegetables. So I'm thinking microgreens would be cool, especially like you get I've seen them, the little clamshell containers full of little like sprouts, and then you just throw some salad dressing on them, eat them, throw a freaking cucumber in there. You can make it and there's a lot of people making money doing that. I think it'd just be cool as an extra, just to, have some microgreens growing. Yeah, just something fun. See how it goes. Yeah, I've seen that one too. Yeah, Maya's good. A lot of these guys are really big commercial setups, though. I mean, I got a little bit of money saved up to start it. I mean, a couple grand, not tons. I got the flow hood, I got the knowledge, I got the equipment, I got, I might have to buy more equipment. Of course, you need more bags and substrate and shit like that. But I got stuff to get started. I just need space to put it in. And I mean, it's simple enough. Basically, a 20 by 40 or 12 by 24 garage or space, or like a warehouse. Like I talked to Cade over down at I forget this medical mycologist, and he had a great setup. He got into a barn. You just put a couple tents in there. Then you put a table on the side of the tent, so you can put your steamers or your PCs or whatever. So you can do everything in a small space, but you just need a clean, dedicated space. And it's very difficult when you're working in, okay, I got 5 by 5 foot over here, I got a few feet over here, and then you got to try to, and then every space has to be climate and humidity controlled. So that's why you need the big space to do like a 4 by 8 or an 8 by 8 tent or room or whatever you want to do. I was thinking of building rooms. I'm like, why don't I just get a 4 by 8 tent, just put it right there, and then you can do your heating, air conditioning right in the tent. Brilliant the way everybody's done it before. But yeah, so I'm looking, I'm thinking, I'm learning. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at, Derek. I'm looking at the core mats. Yeah. Actually, this was my thought. Okay, if I'm growing gourmet mushrooms on soy hulls and dry hardwood, why couldn't you try growing microgreens on spent hardwood substrate? My mind's kind of crazy. So say you took your done blocks. Now, again, you have mycelium growing in these blocks, and I don't want that. But what you would do, what I thought would be possible, take your spent fruiting blocks from your lion's mane, from your oysters, throw them into like a cement mixer, just something big that tumbles them up, break them up, throw them in there, and then get a hot steam pressure washer, steam spray them all with hot steam, which should kill a lot of any bacteria, like mycelium. Let it drain, take that out, put that in your trays as your substrate, as your growth medium for the microgreens, because microgreens don't need nutrient from the soil. They just need a wet that you could use. You can use rock wool. So what would be the difference if you used wet wood or wet core? So there's a lot of recycling thoughts going through my head, and not recycling, but dual use things for that. So okay, so you're growing mushrooms with hardwood, you're going with cocoa core. So even maybe a mixture, maybe a 50-50 mix of cocoa core and hardwood spent blocks. Maybe you need to steam sterilize it in a big barrel and actually like boil it for 10 minutes first to kill off anything that's in there. Because you probably don't want mushrooms popping up in the middle of your, microgreen grow. So you want to make sure the mycelium is dead. You make sure there's no trick in there, because that stuff can occur. But trick, I don't think, would affect greens. And then you want to grow them in a separate tent. So I would have one, like maybe like a 4x4 or 4x8 tent or 2x8 tent or something, just having like a bunch of shelves and lights, and then just have your greens growing there. Have like 4 trays or 4 racks, one for broccoli, one for peas, one for this, one for radish, one for sunflower, one for cabbage. There's hundreds of different microgreens. You can grow microgreens from any plant that has little sprouts that come up. And I was thinking, why not grow freaking marijuana microgreens? Get a fucking bag of 1,000 fucking pounds of seeds, and then when they sprout up until they get their first 2 leaves, then you cut them off and you have those as marijuana microgreens. I don't know if anybody's ever thought of that. I don't know how they would taste, but it would be interesting. I think my ADHD is going a little crazy with ideas. Because and then I was thinking, okay, well, why couldn't I sell like pre-made kits? Basically put Coca-Cola in a tray and throw a bag of seeds in there and send them to people. Talk about a fucking ripoff. Anybody could do it for like $10. But hummus out of what? Sorry. Trend Connor talks about introducing worms in spent substrates, and they create hummus out of it. Out of the spent substrate, the worms, or what grows? Because worms and substrate don't make hummus. You need chickpeas. So, hey, you want to make worm hummus? That's good. But go for it. But hey, thanks for stopping by, Jay. I think that's a funny comment. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, take your worms, crush them up, add a little bit of salt. Yeah, worm hummus. Oh god. Yeah, interesting, Rod. It's just it's that picture I posted. That's actually that's something I would love to have, is like a retail like display where you can come in, you see all these little mushrooms growing. Like I would love to be able to grow like enoki. That was the other one I got. Enoki. Pioppino enoki mushrooms. Just you get a tray, you get a little tiny like 4x4 clamshell tray. You put your cocoa core and your grain spawn in there, close it, let it colonize, and then you can have like little like in the freaking thing, have little mushrooms popping up, and then have other trays of little microgreens popping up. You sell those, people go home and they cut the greens, they make their mushroom salad. It'd be kind of cool. I mean, I don't know if I live in the area that would go over, but in some ultra like health food conscious growing vegan demographic, that would be perfect. That would be so cool. But yeah, so I'm gonna figure that out. We'll figure it out. So these are the ideas that go through my head, guys. That's why I'm always like not doing anything. No, I'm doing things, but but this new thing is I want to get a space, at least a space to grow without being in a basement. No flooding, no dealing with but and then I'm still working on trying to figure out if I can go up to my neighbor and ask him if he wants to rent me his little shed, which will be perfect for this, for doing my live streams, for doing videos, for having my fruiting tents. It's like 12 by maybe 15 feet. It's perfect. It's beautiful. It's a perfect little grow room. It's a perfect little lab, but it's not on my property and it doesn't belong to me. So gotta working on that. I might go up to him one of these days and ask him if he'll rent it to me for $100 a month or something. I mean, he doesn't use it; it just sits there. It has a canoe in it, maybe a bureau, but they never go in and out of it for 10 years. I think I haven't seen anybody go in it. Yeah, I've shown pictures to several of you, but yeah, so that's interesting. Anybody has any questions? Throw them in the comments, guys. I'm just rambling just to talk to you guys. Just something to do. Different thoughts. Hopefully giving you guys ideas too. Maybe some of you have a community that's full of vegans that need microgreens. They're really kind of simple. I think you can get into them for like $1.50 a tray for like a 12 by 24 tray. I mean, if you're going several, I mean, if you're going one, it's going to cost more because you got to pay more for seeds, but you can get a pound of seeds for like $15. That's a lot of seeds, but you do some research. They're kind of cool. I was thinking of a thing like, I don't know if you guys remember those hand squeeze things that do the flour, like they sift the flour. Now, if you can get one of those with the right size holes, you could sift the seeds right over the whole thing. They have seeders, of course, but I think it'd be cool to make your own or reinvent the wheel, so to speak, or like a pizza pepper shaker. You know, those shakers for like the peppers from pizza. Fill that with your seeds, so you can just sprinkle them all on. Because I see everybody taking like an open jar and just going like this and like they're getting so many everywhere. But if you get a way to spread them out nice. So it'd just be kind of cool. Oh, I have another experiment I'm going to try. I've been kind of curious about how much grain spawn is actually necessary to grow a mushroom. Like just say you had a little tray and you just wanted to grow one big mushroom. I don't know if you can do this. I don't know if you can force it into doing this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some, when I open one of these bags of Dinosoil, not these two, these are gonna get their own, but when I open one that I'm gonna make into a tray for some pans, I'm gonna take probably like 50 grams or maybe 20 ounces. I'm gonna take like maybe 4 ounces or something, maybe 90, 100 grams. Take 100 grams of the Dinosoil. And then take like, so say, okay, easy numbers, 50 grams, and then take like 1 or 2 grams of grain spawn and ball it up in the center and just surround it with wet substrate and just see what happens if those grains would accept the moisture from all the, like, colonize out, suck in the moisture into the grain spawn, and grow a mushroom. I'm thinking like one big mushroom to get all the moisture from all that CBD, like a 50-to-1 ratio, and make like one mushroom, or make a shitload of mushrooms, but a lot of them. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of thoughts. Because I keep thinking, okay, yeah, they're not seeds when you colonize grains and you put them in cocoa core or whatever substrate, and then they grow and they myceliate, and then the shrooms actually grow off of the end of the mycelium, the hyphae. So the grain is back further in. So why couldn't you just use a big chunk of grain, like not big, like 50-to-1 ratio of grain in the middle, surrounded by core, not spread out, not mixed, just to see what happens. That's going to be an experiment I'm going to try, just to see what happens. But yeah, so it's got a lot of interesting ideas going on that keep going in my head. That's what's great about this hobby, guys. And then, there's other sides of the hobby too when you get into the psychedelic side of things and the different harm reduction things you can learn about, and the extractions, the different combinations of vines and weeds and things like that you find in the jungle that you can make. That's like an ayahuasca thing I was looking at. I got some ayahuasca mixture. So these are things that I can't really do right now in my situation. A, don't have a trip sitter. B, don't have 12 hours to just go nuts. So yeah. So different things, and like the extractions I've been doing on the bark. That's easy. It's just 15 minutes and just relaxing. It's not, and then like the other thing I was looking at was the 5-MeO extra. I got the synthetic toad. That stuff's freaking crazy. That's like 5 minutes of freaking death. Not death in a bad way, like seeing the universe. Definitely worth it. Definitely opening doors in your own head, I guess, so to speak, to see things different, think about things. I wish it would do a little bit more for the physical pain I'm in, but it's like the NN-DMT is a lot different than the 5-MeO DMT. The NN-DMT, the stuff you get out of the bark and stuff, it does have some pain relieving aspects. So like if you're just chilling, not going for 3-hit breakthroughs, or if you're using like a changa, which is basically like a NN-DMT mixed with an MIOI in a smokable like herbs, like let's see, the one I'm making has blue lotus, mullein, rose, and then you liquefy the Syrian rue, or not liquefy, you add in some Syrian rue, and then you liquefy the DMT in 99 or as high a proof alcohol as you can get. It dissolves, then you put the mixture over the changa and you let it dissolve or evaporate, and then you have a dry herb that is infused with the NN-DMT, which is, you can smoke it at a slower pace. You can just take a puff here and there, but I'm not really into smoking, so it's like, okay, I can make it, yeah. But yeah, my comments broken here. Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, so that's interesting things to do with the extractions. There's a big difference between different DMT sources too, I'm noticing. And it's like, okay, you get a powder from this source, or you make your own from this bark, or you make your own from that bark, and all of them have slight differences. Like the first experience I had was a kaleidoscope of white with circles, and then the the colors changed and things turned into like Lego-ish figures, like the trees turned into like Lego figures. It was kind of interesting. Um, Nice, Sandy. Nice. Okay. So yeah, and then the next time it's like a weird buzzing electrical, like everything's fractal, and so every source and every mixture is different. So I'm trying to figure that out. Um, it's tough being the test subject. But yeah, so we figure things out as we go. Oh, sweet, Sandy. Cool. Yeah, put up the website if you can. I don't remember what the exact website is off the top of my head. Yeah, guys, check out Sam, man. He's Mountain Mush Lab out there in I forget where you're at, Tennessee? No, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, Mountain Mush Lab. He's got some new genetics. Good to see you're getting that going. I'm happy for you. If you need anything, let me know. We can help you out with some new genetics I got here too. So I'm gonna be making some crosses and stuff. Maybe we can work with each other a little bit. I don't know. It's up to you. But yeah. So check them out, guys. Yeah. I know I buy from I get my genetics from lots of different people just because I like to go around to different vendors. I'm not saying anyone's better than the other. I just when I get something cool, I talk about it. You know, like I said, I got some DC mix from Dave Wombat. I've gotten stuff from Ed Grand. I've gotten stuff from. I just ordered stuff from Jeff over at Fungus Frequency. I just ordered stuff from Mucelium. I just ordered stuff from True Blue after watching Fungaia. So if you guys, if hey Paul, if you see this, I was ordering after I saw your video. But I went there for I've ordered from Mossy Creek. I spread the when I order stuff, I go everywhere, guys. So do the same thing. I mean, if you're loyal, be loyal to somebody, but you can enjoy everybody's genetics. I mean, how else are you gonna enjoy it? You know, because I have a thing against like copying someone's genetics. So like if I got something from Sandy, which I bought from Pops and Sandy back when I first started, I bought a bunch of different things. I got the PE6. I got my first pants. I don't think it was pants. Yeah, it was Pansan. I won it in a giveaway. I won it Pansan in a giveaway from you guys. I bought PE6. I bought GT. I bought a bunch of them that time from them. I bought them from tons of people. Sporeworks. What's this one? Full Canopy. So yeah, guys, you know, there's tons of freaking great genetics. Sandman, great genetics. Check them out. Mountain Mush Lab. I don't know the website off the top of my head. Like I said, he changed it or he got a new one. There's been all kinds of people getting kicked on and off different platforms and changing names, and it's getting really, really bad. I don't understand Discord. I tried. I can go on there, but it seems like a pain in the ass to me. One thing I am finding that's a really good place is Signal. It's completely private, encrypted. Maybe that's something we can work with one of these days, guys. Find a place on Signal where everybody can go and just chat. I'm involved in chats on Signal already. So yeah, and you can post anything you want at any time. But there's not a big it's an invite only thing, so there's not a lot of outside coming in. So it wouldn't be good for like vendors and stuff like that. So you're gonna lose a lot of people that way. But yeah, no problem, Sandy. So that's about what's going on with me. So yeah, so I'm thinking of doing a video on making these Twisted Tree nursery bag. I mean, it's not really going to be a great video. It's going to be me pouring one bag into another, packing it down, and putting it in my tent. Kind of boring. Maybe I'll just take pictures and make a post about it. Unless you guys want it, I mean, I can definitely do it. It might be good to. I'm thinking of starting a new playlist or feed or channel or something because we're getting close to 500 for the giveaway. I mean, I think we're at like 470, 460, 460, 470. So we get a few more people. We're going to have a nice big giveaway, but it doesn't seem like it. I mean, it's taken a few months just to go 70 or 80 or 70 people. And I think that has a lot to do with shadow banning because we do not get our information spread out to many people. I literally have watched from a phantom account, and I've watched videos and been interested in mushrooms, and I've put in searches for mushrooms, mycelium, micro growing, mushrooms growing at home, and it's like I don't see any of your channels if you guys have channels. I don't see Ed. I don't see me. I don't see Micro Sage. I don't see Fungi. I see like a few, like Rookie Mycologist pops up a lot. He's got a huge following, but he doesn't make any videos. I mean, he makes a few, but it's all okay. I bought this and did this. I mean, he's got a great business sense, but that's about it. I mean, um, his following's huge. I mean, so I don't know what these people do different. Literally, I have never seen my videos pop up on a feed in a Phantom account watching. It's like, okay, come on, I'm not that freaking irritating. But hey, maybe my information isn't needed. I don't know. But I mean, even Ed Grant's channel, I watch him. And on my Phantom account, I watch and I'm looking for, and I'm subscribed to all these people, and I don't even get freaking like their videos recommended to me. Oh yeah, Mass, that's fucking cool too. Like I had one of the pictures here, it had one mushrooms had like, just different mushroom, 3 mushrooms growing out of one. Grow a mushroom, you have a cap, have a mushroom growing out of the guy, then have one growing out of the side of that, growing back into the cap. They do weird things, yes sir. But yeah, so it's kind of irritating to watch how they shadow ban you basically. And it's like, we're talking about mushrooms and gardening and pot and stupid shit. But yet you see all these freaking girls on the internet and they're throwing this shit at you. They want you to be, oh, watch me bounce my boobies and this and that. It's like, kids watch this shit too. And I know this is 18 and over, but I'm sure there's people under 18 watching. They don't really, are you 18? Yes, done. Okay. That's not really good, but so, we got to figure this out, guys. We got to get together as a community of all these mushroom channels, but there's always going to be that 10% or 20% that are doing it just for the money. And they're going to sit there and just, oh, everybody's going their own way. Okay, we'll go this way. We'll report them all. It's basically what it seems like is happening. Because literally, how can you make a post and it only goes out to your followers and it says, views from non-followers 0, non-followers 0, non-followers 10%. It's like, show the fucking video. Let the people choose what they want. If people like it, let it keep going. Or if they don't, I think if a video is not thumbed down, it should just be spread randomly. Because literally, I've found several things I've watched from ads on videos that were freaking stupid, but I didn't not like them. They were just silly. Like how to do this, how to do that. And oh, okay, there's an ad for something that I was looking for. So the ads are not targeted that well. I mean, the stuff they put on their own feeds is targeted. Oh, you bought a VivoSun humidifier, so we're going to send you ads for VivoSun every third freaking picture. Yeah, when I posted on Instagram, it was literally like I pressed buy on PayPal or whatever I paid for. I bought the humidifier, I logged off Safari, and I went over to Instagram, like as you scroll, you go from one app to the other. So I went over to Instagram and I hit refresh because it locks up when you're not using it. So I refreshed it and it comes up and I'm looking at one picture of a friend of mine, and I see another one. I see another dog pic. I see a dog post. VivoSun. I've never had VivoSun on my IG feed ever. It's never popped up. They have a lot of cool shit. I'm not saying they don't. The thing that bugs me is that the information got spread that quick. Oh, go find this guy, send him information. Why? Send it to somebody else. I just bought something. It's even scarier when you're walking around your house and you're talking to somebody and then you go on your internet and that you have the ad for the same thing you were just talking about. And you don't even have any of these freaking Alexas or any of that shit in the house. So, your phones are listening. I know it sounds conspiracy theory, but it's not. I mean, how many conspiracy theories have to be proven to believe them? I mean, they're not conspiracies anymore. Your phones are listening, your devices are listening, your home monitors are listening, and then they send it to Facebook or they send it to Instagram or YouTube. And then all of a sudden your ads are all that shit. I don't know how many times I have my Facebook, my mother's passed and my father uses hers, and she'll literally get ads because he goes on hers to talk to family and friends and stuff, or his, and he's got friends. I'll talk about something or I'll be online doing something. He'll be like, why are you buying Mountain Dew poop from goats to make mushrooms? I'll be like, yeah, what the fuck is Mountain Dew poop? And it's like something you looked at one time. It's like not Mountain Dew poop, but mountain goat poop. It's like looking at different things, it's like, how is this fucking getting spread from one family member to another? And then even one that's passed away. These freaking shadow bans. Or not shadow bans, these freaking ads and shadow bans. It's all of it. And then it's like, I search for videos. It's like on my main account, like this account, I'll go on YouTube and I'll be like looking through the suggested reels, and it's suggesting shit that I've seen 1,000 times. Like, can I see some new shit? Is there anybody making new videos on mushrooms? And it's like you get discouraged to make your own, because why should I spend the time editing, making a video, putting it up, possibly getting in trouble with the YouTube gods or whoever the frick they are, the bots, and I make a video, put it up, and then it doesn't get spread to anybody. I mean, yeah, maybe 100 views, 200 views, but there's people that are making videos that are garbage and they're getting thousands of views. It's like, how are you getting 20, 50, 100,000 followers or subscribers and then getting, 10,000 views on a video in the past year? That is absolute dog shit. I mean, I've seen videos on YouTube of people in the most disgusting, and I'm not talking basements or outbuildings or farm barns. I'm talking like their bedroom and kitchen is like nasty as fuck. Like socks on the floor, rats in the corner, a little flow hood tucked next to the bed, next to the toilet. It's like, ugh. And they got 10,000 views and 100,000 or 10,000 likes. It's like, you got to be paying for that shit. There's no freaking way you can get that. I mean, unless you got a lot of friends. But yeah, there's some real doozies out there, guys. So yeah. That's why I don't make a lot of videos, because I know my basement is a rock. It's a basement under a. It was a cabin, so it's not a modern basement. It's a quarry rock wall basement, and there's flooding, and it's normal. That's why I built a room up 6 inches off the floor and surrounded with plastic. But my little, I got my flow hood, I got my, my funnel, I got my shelves, I got my stuff. I mean, I keep this nice. But it's hard to make videos, and we span filming, and and then you got to edit everything, and it's just a pain in the ass. And then you get 100 views in 3 months. It's like, oh gee, that was fun. And I like making. I mean, I make videos for people all the time. I'll just make a video for someone that needs to help instruction or something, and that. Oh, sorry. Like I've made a few videos showing people how to use different things. I've actually made still air boxes on videos just to make for people that I've sent it directly to them, not even put it on YouTube. I think maybe I did eventually, but I've made videos like that where somebody needs to know how to do something. So I go live and show them. It's hard to talk over the phone sometimes and say how to do shit. So it's easier just to record. I've done it. I mean, many of you will know that I've went over and done things, taken a video, doing it, and sent it to you on IG. Here, this is what I did. There you go. Do it just like this. I think I've done that with a dozen people, different groups and stuff I've been in the past. I had one lady, great lady. She was asking about inoculation in a still air box. I didn't have a still air box at the time. So I made a video of me melting holes in a still air box and flooding my house with smoke. So I was using a hot can just to do it real quick. Made a video, showed her how to do it, and threw all the stuff away. I mean, that's the way we do things. And if I could just put it up on YouTube and not worry about getting it, getting censored or kicked off lives for 3 weeks. I mean, I have no idea in the next hour or two after I'm done with this if they're going to say, okay, you got another strike, your YouTube channel's gone. And they won't define what you can and cannot do. I mean, I am talking about mushrooms. I am not talking about drugs. So there's a big difference. I mean, if I was on here discussing ketamine and cocaine and heroin and growing poppies and extracting and doing this and doing that, that'd be a little different. And I do see channels like that. I literally go on Facebook and I see a guy from Colombia that is posting pics of cocoa and extract and cocoa paste and selling it and saying, new harvest is in, get your batches now while it's still on sale. And I'm watching this, I'm like, how the fuck is he getting away with that? Can't he go to a private room and do that shit? What the fuck? And I'm not one to report anybody for doing that shit. So it's like, okay, so nobody will report the freaking Colombian guy selling cocoa paste over the freaking internet in the mail to the United States, says shipping to the United States. But yet some guys posting pictures of mushrooms or petri dishes and they're getting kicked off. It's like, it's got to be community tattletales, because if it's just the AI, they'd be catching all these people. Everybody would be gone. There would no longer be mushrooms on the internet. So it's got to be people in the community or people that don't like people, which is fine. You don't like people, fine, just go away. We're not telling you to come here and make, force you to watch this. But and oh, the other thing that's really pissing me off, guys, what the hell is going on YouTube videos where people can't say committing suicide, killing themselves, dying? Why do they have to say deleting themselves, self-deletion? It's like, don't we have free speech in this country? Can't we say words that are out there? And you can say fuck, shit, cunt, whatever, but yet you can't say suicide. I'm probably gonna get hit for that. But and then like a couple of political things I watch on just news channels, and they're like, oh, we can't say this because talking about the different things going on in the world. We can't say it, but this is what we're talking about. Yeah, unalive. Thank you, Jolie. That's the fucking word. Well, there's been a term for that. I heard another one that said you can't say cockpit anymore for an airplane. You can't say cockpit. Fuck. And if you guys don't see that as censorship or infringement on your rights of free speech, there's an issue there. Because if you don't like what I say, don't listen. I'm not forcing you to. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy when you guys talk to me, and I don't judge what you say to me. I mean, if you say something I don't like, I just ignore it. There we go. If we have a difference of opinion, so be it. That has nothing to do with personal shit. If you personally don't like something about me, fine, then we don't be friends. Yeah. Cockpit. Yeah, Robin. Hi, Jolie. Sorry, I forgot. I'm not clicking on comments. Sorry. Yeah, cockpit. I was watching videos and I'm like, oh, it's now called flight deck. Well, how long is it going to be till you can't say deck? Flight deck. But yeah, it's just, and I'm watching these videos and I'm like, why are these people saying these weird terms like alive, flight deck? Not flight deck. I understand it can be either way, but it's like, oh, you gotta trigger your gun. You can't even say pew pew gun anymore. People are going pew pew. I've been saying, kids play with water guns, not water poo-poos. What the fuck? Oh, go get your water poo-poo. Come on, guys. This is getting a little insane. If you guys don't have the common sense to be able to listen to words or have respect around women and elders, if you don't want to swear around them, that's fine. But use common sense and respect. Don't use censorship. I mean, me and my family, we swear like we swear. But you know what? If my father and mother were out in a restaurant and there was some young kid yelling F word this, F word that, and the next table over, he would be the first one to stand up and say, shut your mouth, have some respect. And, over years it's changed. There's a little more freedom with swearing and stuff like that. But back in the 90s or 80s or whatever, it was just so much different. You'd walk through a smoke-filled restaurant and yelling at someone for swearing, but it makes no sense. But I mean, even back when, sorry, I'm not going to go too crazy with history here. But yeah, so it's just, if you can't hear some words, if those words hurt you so much, there's more an issue here than the word. Okay, it really is. I mean, there are so many words that had different meanings that have been turned into other meanings, like being happy is being gay. A cigarette in England is called a fag. This and that. Now I'm in trouble for saying those things? No. But if you use them in a derogatory way towards someone, yes, that's rude. And maybe you're going to get punched in the face. Maybe you're just going to get ignored. But it's not anybody's right to tell me I can or can't say it. No, I'm not going to yell fire in a crowded theater. Or harm is different than just sensitivity. Your sensibilities are so sensitive. And, I catch myself doing it too. I'm not innocent. I catch myself swearing or saying shit I shouldn't in front of people that I shouldn't. I mean, I catch myself saying the F word at work. Sometimes I'll be talking, we'll be joking, and they'll be, we'll be joking, customer will be joking around. All of a sudden, I'll yell, fuck this. And they'll be like, oh, I'm sorry. And they're like, no, that's cool. Most of the time, but it's okay, Rod. I'll talk to you later. I'm not going to be on too much longer. I got to eat. I got stuff to do. I got some spawning to do. I just wanted to make sure I came on and talked to people. I'm trying to get into a rhythm again, guys. I took a couple weeks off because I got grounded by YouTube. And then I was sick and I missed a week. So I'm just trying to get my, shit together and figure out what I'm going to talk about. Everything's pretty much been said. I know people need to rehear things and new people need to hear things, but it's like, it's the people that are here all the time. They start hearing the same stories or the same message every fucking time. It's like, okay, I'll come back later. I'll be back. But I want to try to get some people in here that haven't seen this, and ask questions, guys. I want you to ask questions. If I can answer, I will. If I can't, I'll find out and answer again later. If you want to email me, feel free. But yeah, we'll call it a day here, guys. I got stuff to do. It's, second weekend off in a row. So it's like, okay, I got stuff I got to do. I know shoulder's still hurting, but I definitely want to get these things on freaking in the dirt. And actually, I got that new humidifier coming. It's kind of cool. Check it out, Viva Sun. They got this black, like 1.5 gallon humidifier, and it comes with a sensor, so you can run this. You can leave this thing outside your tent, and it has a tube that you can run up into the tent, and then a sensor, so you can check the humidity inside the tent and let it run. So it's going to solve all my issues of reaching over my desk into my tent, trying to get the humidifier can out, going to fill it, bring it back, fill it up. That was a pain in the ass, the way I had my humidifier set up, because I got my desk literally right in front of my tent now, so I can only open half the tent, which is going to change. So I'm going to be moving all these shelves and stuff. And got a lot of plans, guys. It's tough because I get lack of energy, lack of motivation. I talk a great game, I think a great game, but getting it done, it's that first step. And when I do it, I do it well. But it's just, it takes so much to get going, and I'm learning, I'm practicing getting to that point where it's easier. But then I got hit with, I was doing well until I got hit with like too many work hours, because I wanted a part-time job and I ended up with 40 hours a week, 40 hours every week. It's like, okay, I'm working and sleeping, because I was working like basically second shifts. It was like, I would leave at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'd get back at 11 o'clock at night. So if I'm not up at 6 a.m. to do shit, I'm not getting anything done. And then when I get home, I don't sleep. I don't know if any of you are like that, but I'm up till 5, 6 in the morning. So if I finally get to sleep at 6, I'll get 4 or 5 hours, and then I got to go to work. So it's like a work-sleep relationship. So now down to 24 hours, I think I should be able to get something done in the other 6 days I have available. Not 24 hours, but 8, and 8. Oh, thanks, Bill. I appreciate you. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll talk later, guys. Again, if you have any questions, throw them at my email address right there at the bottom. You can use that one. Yeah, Jolie, it's like, okay, I sleep for an hour, I wake up, sleep for an hour, I wake up. Or I just sit there and say, okay, I'm in pain. I'm just going to play on the internet. And then I'll say, okay, I'm done with the internet. I'll say goodbye to everybody. I'll lay down. 2 minutes later, I got back on the internet. I have a new way of doing things, though, on my iPad. I unplug my iPad when I start playing on the internet. When the battery gets to 10%, I stop. So my timer is my battery. It lasts maybe an hour and a half because I'm watching a lot of videos and shit like that. So when my battery's dead on my iPad, I plug it in, I put it down. Then I turn my TV on. Because I have YouTube on my TV, because I don't really do YouTube on my iPad. I do YouTube on my TV a lot. So I turn the TV on, I find a video, or I find something stupid to watch, or I watch the Y-Files, or I watch history, greatest mysteries, or aliens and shit. Hey, what's up, Pacers? So yeah, that's the kind of thing I do, and just it's a house like, because then I'll wake up, I'll fall asleep. 20 minutes later, I'll wake up, my shoulder's fucking burning, or I'll wake up, my legs are cramping, my feet are cramping, and I don't get cramps like in my calves or my thighs. I get them on my shins and the top of my feet. It's the weirdest places to get freaking cramps. Or my two middle, like you have your toes. Now your toes don't really go up much, but when you wake up with a cramp and your middle 2 toes are up over here, they're up like that, okay? And your big toes just sitting there down here, and you got 2 toes up, facing like flipping off the world. It's like, what the fuck is going on? You got to push them down. I don't know if you've ever seen those videos where the guys get calf cramps or muscle cramps where the muscle goes, it sticks out. It's horrible. But yeah, so I get some weird shit going on. That's been better, though. I found a trick. Not a trick. I was talking to somebody, and they were telling me just drink water. Talk about a simple fucking answer. Drink water. So I've been drinking like a 20-ounce bottle of water every night before bed, and it's been much better. I'm also drinking water occasionally instead of soda and juices and stuff. So yeah, I know I can probably fix these issues if I just drink water, but I like all my other stuff, and I'm thick-headed. But yeah. No, knockout. It's just weird. Like literally, it's a muscle cramp, and then the middle toes will just start pointing up. It's painful, and then literally I push them down with like my hand. I'll like grab them, push them, and bend them so because I can't. My neuropathy in my feet don't let me. I don't know if you guys have your toes. You can crimp them and expand them. Most people can do that. I can pull them in, but I can't like expand them. It's weird. The treatment that I had done, the Cutenza treatment on my feet, didn't do shit. Basically made it worse. Not worse, made it different. It feels like now I'm wearing like leather socks. It's weird. But yeah, weight loss is going good. I'm down into the 240s now. So I was up over 300 over a year ago. Now I'm down to the 240s. So that's going good. I don't know if it's noticeable, but yeah. So that's good. I think I've lost a lot of muscle in that too, but it happens. I'll just have to start working it out. And I wanted to get to a weight where if I was moving around more and doing more, it would be easier, but it doesn't seem to be getting easier because I think I'm losing muscle mass at the same time. So there's a lot of give and take. I'm trying to work on. And then getting sick a few weeks ago just did not help. Excuse me. Just didn't help at all. But yeah. Yeah, it's weird, Rod. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta drink water, drink fluid, stay hydrated. I'm like, I do stay hydrated. I drink like 8 cans of Mountain Dew a day and 3 bottles of juice and V8 and this and that. And they're like, yeah, have you ever heard of water? No. Have I heard of water? First ingredient on every can says water. What the fuck? Oh yeah. Fuck you, Rodman. Oh god. Yeah, I mean, let me see. First ingredient, water. Second ingredient, fructose corn syrup. But the first one is water. They put the most important ingredient first. So I am drinking plenty of water. I guess it doesn't work that way. But now my question is, if I take a bottle of water and I put like Myo or one of those energy or flavor things in it, is that still considered water? I do. I drink juice, Chris, but the problem is I'm diabetic, so juice has a lot of sugar. So one thing I've been really enjoying lately is pickle juice. Not picking, but pickle. Pickle juice, olive juice. I think that's my body telling me I'm craving salt or something like that because I've been just craving pickle juice. I don't know, pickles and pickle juice. Maybe I'm pregnant. But yeah, so that's I think that's a salt thing. I can't do mustard. I've tried. The reason I like pickle juice is because I found out a long time. You ever get one of those like hairs in your throat where you swallow something and you get that and you can't get rid of it? Well, if you gargle with a little bit of pickle juice or you drink it, it kind of gets rid of that. That's what's always happened for me. That's how I learned how to do it. I don't know how I learned how to do it, but I figured that out. I guess you could do the same thing with like vinegar, because that's basically what pickle juice is: vinegar, salt, and vinegar. And I think I'm thinking pickle juice would be a little more helpful for me than like apple cider vinegar for the cramping. I don't know if that's helping, but the problem is I ran out of pickles, like regular dill pickles. So I've tried bread and butter sweet pickles, and it just is not the same. It's like a mouthful of sugar. Yeah, I get weirder. Just and a lot of things like you urge, like if you urge for something, a lot of it has to do with your body's need for it. Like you need something. Like I'm saying, I'm thinking I'm in need of salt. I think I'm drinking too many liquids that are not good for me, and the sugar levels are high, and I'm depleting the electrolytes or salts in my body. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Yeah. But oh, Michael Nerd, you lost your channel? What the fuck? Like I've been talking about that. I'm gonna get hit eventually. I mean, I don't have a lot of huge, great videos, but I got some fun videos. I tell people a lot of just basic stuff, but I can't say pickles. What the fuck? I lose my channel for saying pickle juice. I'm not talking about anything but pickles, carrot, cucumbers, and freaking vinegar and salt. Come on, mustard seeds and pickling lime or whatever pickling sauce. But anyways. I was talking, Robin, I was talking to you earlier, and I remember that when I was talking to you, I was saying that dihydrogen monoxide thing, and it's water. But I remember the joke that was years ago, and they brought a bunch of people into a room with blank bottles in there, and did you drink the dihydrogen monoxide? And basically, it's water. You got clay pickles. No, Robin, that doesn't sound good. Can't say pickle on YouTube. But yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you guys for coming by. I'm not gonna, stand here rambling about myself for hours. Again, if you guys have questions, email them to me. If I don't answer, email again. I'm on IG, MycoAlan. Hey, Four Leaf, just getting wrapped up here. I'm kind of getting kind of getting done rambling unless there's any questions. But yeah, talk to you guys later. And again, email me. I'm on Instagram at MycoAlan, YouTube MycoAlan, Facebook MycoAlan. Not very hard to find me. If I ever disappear, I will make a new channel and let everybody know where to find me. Yeah, okay. Enjoy 4-Leaf. Anyways, guys, you guys have a great night. I'll see you guys on IG or maybe on here later if there's another person having a video tonight. I don't know, or tomorrow. I don't know what Michael Gee's doing. He should be coming on one of these weeks. Ed Graham was on at like 2 in the morning, my time, so like maybe 11 o'clock West Coast. He had some people acting a fool in the chat again. Like, come on, ask a question and then tell the person why they do it and it's better than your answer. Then don't ask the question. Whatever, don't matter to me. And then I screwed up at the end. I started answering some guy that was talking about extractions, and Ed was saying he didn't know, so I chimed in and just said something, and then the guy kind of started talking. I was like, okay, I'm good. Sorry, I didn't want to start a conversation in the middle of your chat. But yeah. So I was at like 3, 4 in the morning, and then watch videos for another half hour. I think I talked to you at like 4 in the morning, Rodman, or 5 in the morning, or one of you guys. Anyways, guys, have a great Sunday. Enjoy the weather. Hopefully it's getting better out there. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Much love.